Greetings to everyone on the VosMark channel. Today I'll show you how I cook beef spleen in my home oven. Beef spleen resembles liver in appearance and taste, but has a rubberier texture and a bloodier taste. The spleen is covered with a membrane. Regardless of which cooking method you choose, the spleen must be cleaned of excess fat, the membrane removed as much as possible, and rinsed well under running cold water. I recommend freezing the spleen after it has been cleaned and washed. Freezing, cooking, or grilling will kill any harmful bacteria or parasites that may be present in the spleen. Do not forget that the spleen acts as a filter in the body and cleanses the blood so that it can contain various bacteria. Thaw the frozen spleen first on the bottom shelf of the refrigerator or at room temperature. The frozen spleen should not be thawed in the microwave or hot water, as it will become a brittle, watery mass. I hope you will subscribe and like. Using a sharp knife, make cuts in the spleen on both sides. The distance between the cuts is 2 to 3 centimeters. When buying beef spleen, pay attention to the freshness of the meat. Check the color. Black and dark blue are not acceptable, or bad odor, as these may indicate spoilage. Of the seasonings for the spleen, both on the grill and in the oven, I only use salt. Salt to taste, so that salt is also poured into the cuts. Because it is very important that the spleen does not remain raw after cooking, unlike the liver, I used an oven bag. At the beginning of cooking in the bag, the spleen is well steamed and becomes safe even for children. After placing the beef spleen in the bag, place it on a baking sheet. Turn on the lower and upper heaters of the oven, selecting the heating mode at 180 degrees. Place the baking sheet in the oven. In this mode, you need to cook the spleen in a bag for 40 to 50 minutes. After the required time has passed, remove the baking sheet and carefully remove the bag from the cooked, very hot spleen. Place the spleen on a baking sheet and return to the oven. In order for the surface of the spleen to become covered with a brown crust, it is necessary to increase the oven temperature to 210 to 220 degrees. Be careful not to burn the surface of the spleen and cook in the oven for another 15 to 20 minutes. Remove the ready spleen from the oven and let it cool slightly. Then transfer the prepared spleen to a plate. Cut into strips 1 centimeter thick. The baked beef spleen can be served hot, but I recommend serving it after it is cooled completely. That's all. The spleen is ready. I hope you will subscribe and like.